One of the ways to restore dental implants is with an appliance called a mandibular or maxillary overdenture. An overdenture is a removable appliance that fits over a bar that joins the implants together. Sometimes, however, the patients just don't adapt to this prosthesis well. Either the fact that the prosthesis is removable or that it's a little too bulky are reasons enough for the patient to want to change this appliance to a more traditional fixed appliance. Today, I'm going to show you how to take an existing overdenture and convert it to a fixed hybrid implant bridge.
Okay, what we'll be doing today is converting an overdenture appliance to a fixed appliance that's screwed into the implants so that it's not removable anymore. So we'll start by drilling through the bottom of the appliance with a carbide burr. And as you can see, we now have 4 access holes for us to be able to place a screw through this hole into the bar and into the implant that's underneath. We're now verifying if the holes that we initially placed are lined up with the screws, and we'll make minor adjustments to make sure they're perfectly centered. And these are the 4 implants below supporting the bar. Now we'll see, we'll line up we have the 4 holes in our overdenture and our bar. Drop this in here, seat it into the clips, and with our perio probe we'll verify that the holes from the implant screws go in fact through the overdenture on top, and here you can see it coming through. Fuse this bar, you can actually fuse this bar to this appliance and then screw this appliance down onto the implants and trim off all of this extra tissue, and we'll convert this to a 10-tooth prosthesis fixed. But first, before we fuse this bar to the prosthesis, we have to sandblast the polished metal, so we'll do that next. As you can see, we're sandblasting this metal here. So it'll become highly retentive. Okay, now we're going to sandblast the inside of the appliance, clean it out, and get more retention. That's all. So what we want to do here is use metal bonding acrylic bonding liner. This is a metal primer which allows acrylic to fuse to the metal. So we'll coat this entire frame with the metal primer. Okay, now we will seat the frame back into the appliance until it snaps in. Make sure it's seated all the way, which it is. As you can see, the frame is seated in here. Now powder liquid, we will take some of the liquid monomer and coat this area here. Okay, now we'll take this powder liquid brush technique where we fuse the bar to the appliance and place it in a bowl of very hot water that we heated up in the microwave. It's pretty warm. And let it sit there for about 5 or 6 minutes. So what we'll be doing now is cutting off the back tooth on either side, converting this to a 10-tooth bridge. Okay, now you can see we cut the back teeth off, cut the metal frame that was underneath the plastic here, and now we'll work on removing all of the extra flange material. Okay, what we're going to do now, as you can see, we trimmed back the frame and polished the areas where the abutments join the implants. We'll try this on now. Screw it down and then add some plastic, pink plastic, in the void areas, and make sure we have adequate cleaning space or embrasure space so that the implants can all be cleaned. The goal here is to make sure that we can get a brush in here and clean on each side of the implant under the fixed hybrid prosthesis. And as you can see, we can get in here easily with our brush now. Here we're screwing the final prosthesis in place, and once it's seated, we'll torque it to its final strength for tightening, and then we'll cover the screw holes with acrylic. And now we're going to seal the holes where the implants are. And we're using impression material because it's soft and we can retrieve the access to the screw holes if we need to in the future. Tap, tap. Open.
You've just seen how to convert a mandibular overdenture to a fixed hybrid fixed implant bridge. For more information, visit our website at implantdentist.com.